We're learning more about space and the final frontier this morning.
That's right. Good Day Wisconsin weekend meteorologist Doug Higgins joins us live from the Barlow Planetarium in Menasha with more on Astronomy Day. Hi, Doug.
It is Astronomy Day, and you know what? What's been a real popular thing that people have been talking about? Meteorites. And it's so cool. I mean, it just feels like a rock right here. This rock is between 4 and 5 billion with a B, years old. And I'm just kind of fascinated by this. We've got Alan Pesch with us with the Barlow Planetarium. Alan, where does this meteorite come from? This isn't the one that hit Wisconsin.
No, that was actually found, it hit China in the early 1500s. And it was found, and China is very good at keeping records. And they knew what was happening, and that material, they were looking for iron recently as in within the last century, and they found that piece of material and many more.
Now, what's interesting is this for a meteorite is actually kind of big, isn't it?
Well, when we see a meteor shower, a meteor shower, the little streaks going across the sky, they're probably about the size of a grain of sand.
Okay.
Now, this had to be a pretty big fall that left something this big to hit the ground.
Because when it's a grain of sand, it burns up before
it burns up, and those are meteors. A meteor becomes a meteorite when it touches the ground.
When it touches the ground. All right, the one in Wisconsin. Anybody have any idea what size it originally was?
I haven't heard any of the latest reports, but it had to be big. I mean, they found some fragments, and I believe Madison is doing some research on them. Make sure look at their composition, because they can actually look at the chemical composition of the meteorite and give an idea what type of meteorite it was, what it started from, and that. There's other laboratories around the country, too, that do it as well.
Sure. Now besides being obviously a rare find, what makes meteorites so valuable? Because there was a little boy in southwestern Wisconsin who found one of the portions of that meteorite right in his schoolyard, and they said it was worth up to $1,000, and it was about the size of a golf ball.
And that sounds about right for a price. Something that big that was tied to such a great event. It'd be even better if it hit something. There was a great meteor strikeout in New York a couple decades ago, and I mean, it hit a $500 car, which I believe sold at auction for $50,000.
Anything to make it unique, right?
Anything to make it special, or whatever it did will increase its value.
All right, just more on meteorites. Now, you got a lot of things going on because it is Astronomy Day here in the planetarium starting tomorrow. And on our website, we've got a whole list of the events, but family-friendly, doesn't cost too much, sounds like a lot of fun.
We like sharing our excitement with space and astronomy. So we like taking people through our shows, and hopefully they learn something from tomorrow.
Absolutely. So nothing to do on a Saturday. Come on down to the Barlow Planetarium. Should be a lot of fun. For all the details, just go to fox11online.com. Click on Good Day Wisconsin. You can find the link to the Barlow Planetarium and their entire schedule. Rachel?
Okay. Thanks, Doug.
Thanks, Doug.